Welcome to Tea and Talk. I'm your host, Olivia Boughton. Today, I'm joined by Karen James. Karen, thank you for being here with me today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to chat with you. This is going to be fun. But let's talk about our tea first. So I didn't ask you what kinds of tea you like, but I took a chance and brewed us up some green tea.
I love green tea.
Very good. And this green tea has some extra flavors in it. So there are sage leaves and rosemary leaves and some tangerine flavor in there. So it has a really interesting aroma and I think is very sort of relaxing and calming. And I'm serving it in this lovely teapot, which has been on the show once before. I bought this when we were in Bermuda 2 years ago. It's a pot made by a local artisan there, so I love this little teapot. And our cups today are a more traditional cup for serving green tea. And this is part of another set that I have, but I just thought it all looked so nice together. So I'll pour you some tea. I do have a little bit of sugar. I don't know if you would like any sugar in your tea.
Sure, I'll have one.
Okay. And the saucers here have these lovely little dragonflies on them too, which I just love. So we'll give you a little lump of sugar. Me too. And I'll let you take that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. There's a spoon there if you want to stir your little sugar around. Yeah. So you can't see the tea color as well in these cups because they are black. But I smell that sage in there. Just a little bit different flavor than you usually have, but well, cheers. Thanks so much for coming
to you.
on. Have a little sip.
Very nice.
Yeah,
very
you like
mild.
that?
Yes.
It is very mild. It makes me feel like, like I said, it's very relaxing. Just kind of sit back and enjoy the flowers and have a nice conversation with a friend.
Yes.
So let's have a little conversation.
Okie dokie then. Okay, and it reminds me, sage is one of the perennials in my garden. Last year, it was like a sage tree.
Oh my gosh.
It was so huge.
Yes, we have sage growing at home too, and this year it looks so spectacular. It's just beautiful. And I love when it flowers. The flowers that it makes at the end of the season are so pretty. So, Karen, I was trying to think, when did we first meet? Right?
That's a very good question. I think the first time that I really met you was when I accompanied you for a song.
Yes.
Was it at the Baptist church?
Maybe. Yeah. I know, it's like trying to, pull back my memory. I just feel like I've known you for, such a long time. I'm like, I don't know.
Exactly.
When the first time was.
Right. And I was accompanying so many people at that time, and you just blew me away. It's like, oh, this gal knows what she's doing.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you.
It was very, very pleasant meeting of you.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So, kind of an aside there, just because I was like, I don't know. But we have known each other for a while.
Yes.
And I think many people in the community know you in a lot of different roles. But I'd love to hear, going way back, like what was your childhood like? Where did you grow up? What were the beginnings?
The beginnings
of Karen's life.
Karen's life. Well, Karen's life started in northwestern Pennsylvania. My father and mother met at the Talon plant where they made Talon zippers.
Oh, wow.
Yes, in Meadville, Pennsylvania. And that's where they met. And he was living with his brother, and his brother's wife was Marion, and my mother's name is Marion also.
Oh, gosh.
So as kids, we were always, my Aunt Marion, no, your Aunt Marion.
Right.
So then he was called away to the service, and Mom moved in with her mom, my Nana, and had my sister, they were living in Nana's house. And when Dad came home, of the many jobs he had when he first got home, what I remember most was we had a little store, convenience store.
Really?
All on the first floor of this building, and we had the apartment upstairs.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a fun place because there was a huge parking lot out front where we could ride bikes when there were no customers.
Yeah,
And there were trees out back we could climb. And my mom made her ice cream in the back room.
Homemade ice cream.
She sent me to take a nap upstairs and made ice cream, and she expected me to sleep.
To sleep, yeah. Not happening.
I could listen and see, is the ice cream done now?
Right. What was your favorite kind that she made?
Oh, vanilla.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
she made an excellent
Classic.
vanilla.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, when vanilla is done well, I think it is so delicious, you know, with the bean, you know,
Yeah.
vanilla bean or the, you know,
But the other thing I
extract.
remember about that place was there was a really old upright piano.
Okay.
And they gave my sister piano lessons. She's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
And the book sat on the piano, and she went off to kindergarten. And I kept staring at the book on the piano. And one day I crawled up onto the stool, and I flipped through the pages, and it showed you where to put your fingers on the keys. you know?
Yes.
And I literally taught myself how to read music that
Oh
way.
my gosh.
And they decided to give up on her and give me piano
Right.
lessons instead.
Good choice.
Yes, good choice. Right.
Good choice. Wow. So from the age of like 3.
Yeah, 4 I would
4?
think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3,
and,
4 years
And I
old.
never went to kindergarten because I was a September baby, so I couldn't
yeah.
get in. You know.
Yes.
So I spent my kindergarten year with my mother, and I hated every minute of it. So I
Oh.
think I spent it all on the
on
piano.
the piano. Well, a good use of your time.
Yeah,
A
and
good
then they
use
put
of
me
your
in
time.
first grade. So
Yeah.
what can I say?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I could read. I could read the book.
Yes, yes. Why not? Right. Why
right.
not? Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so that was really fun.
That was the beginning of your love of music.
That was the beginning, well, I wouldn't say my love of music. I think that was the beginning of my reading music. And I've always been a good reader, and I think it stems from that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we moved to Meadville, where the Talon plant was, and
Okay.
and he went back to work at Talon.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I went to the schools there. And in the high school, well, junior high, I've been taking piano lessons for quite some time.
Okay.
And I really wanted to accompany the choir when I got to junior high.
Okay.
But there was a gal already sitting on the bench, and there could only be one gal.
Yes.
So my junior high music teacher said to me, I have a cello in my office. I can teach you how to play it. And I went, what's a cello? Because my parents never listened to classical music. I knew nothing about any other instrument except piano.
Piano. Yeah.
And my Nana played organ at the church. She was
Oh,
either
wow.
in the kitchen or at the church.
Yep.
And all my mom's siblings, the 4 of them, one guy, 3 girls, sang in beautiful harmony all the time.
Wow. So music runs in the
It was
family.
a musical background for
Yeah,
sure, and I
yeah.
loved all of that. That was
Yeah.
just amazing. So we would go to church in Meadville, and I would listen to the organ, and I would go, I want to do that someday.
Yeah.
And I sang in the choir. But anyway, this lady gave me some cello lessons, and she put
Okay.
me in the orchestra in the back row,
Okay.
and I was first chair within a couple of months.
Just a natural talent.
Yeah,
for it.
so I
Yep.
could read. You know, I could
Yeah.
figure out where the notes, and they
Yep.
sounded right, so
Yep.
I could do it. And then in high school, the band director's name was Paul McCandless. I don't know if you know that name.
I don't.
Paul McCandless Sr. Paul McCandless Jr. was in my class. He was an oboist, and he is now, or has been for many years, the oboist with Paul Winter Consort.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Right.
That's very impressive.
So him and I were kind of like, we talked to each other about music, and that's all we ever talked
Yeah.
about. And his dad would take him every place to go to places. And one year he asked if I could go to this festival with him.
Okay.
And now that I've been in the school system long enough, I figured that his administrators told him, well, you can't just take your son, you have to take somebody else.
Yeah. Right.
So he asked if I wanted to go play cello it was in All Eastern. It was in
Yes.
Buffalo.
Yeah. Okay.
And my parents said, well, as long as they're paying for it, you can go, you know. My parents still didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So I went, and they gave me a record to learn, to listen to play. They were doing Dvorak New World or something, you
Wow.
know. And other pieces that I had no idea what they were. And I
Yeah.
listened to it, and I try to follow this piece on the cello music and go, where's the cello play? What does that play?
Yeah.
We get into a hotel, and I hear in an adjoining room a cellist practicing. And she's practicing that part that I didn't understand that goes ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, in that part in the New World. And I went in and said, how do you do that? Because, you know, I played everything in first position. I never knew anything about the rest of the neck. You can move your hand around.
Right.
And she spent the night teaching me how to play that part.
Wow.
And I beat her by 1 chair. She didn't talk to me the rest of the weekend.
Say, and she regretted every moment of that night.
She did. She never looked at me again.
Yeah.
So that was my high school experience. So at that point, I realized that everybody expected me to go into music, just because my nana would come and she'd make me play.
Yeah.
You know, everything. Everybody wanted me to play, and for some reason, I just turned into a rebellious teenager and said, "Nope, not going to do it." I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I just decided I wasn't going to do it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
My dad said, "I'll pay for 1 semester of you to go to school."
Okay.
I said, "Okay," but it wasn't music. It was just early ed.
Right. Okay.
I took some classes and I was bored to death. I came home, I married my high school sweetheart. And, you know, then churches started realizing I could play and they'd ask me to come and play.
Yeah.
And accompany choirs. And eventually that marriage broke up and I ended up in the Boston area with some friends.
Okay.
And discovered what the symphony orchestra was all about and museums and all that other stuff, you know.
Yeah, like kind of a crash course in culture for
It
you.
was just amazing. So, and then some of us decided we would come camping in Vermont
Okay.
a lot with our kids, and I just fell in love with Vermont. But I was struggling there, and I decided, well, and then I accompanied a community choir, and the director of that community choir was also the director of a high school group in Sandwich, Mass.
Okay.
And they were doing a tour in England that summer.
Okay.
Or spring break.
Yep.
And the accompanist fell sick. And it was all paid for
Yeah.
because they had done the fundraising.
Right. Right.
So that was my first trip to England.
Oh my gosh.
Played in all these cathedrals.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was amazing.
That's amazing.
It was.
Wow.
It was very fun.
And just by, you know,
Just because I was
by
there.
chance. Yes,
Yeah.
because you were in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and I could read.
And you read.
Here's
That's
the music.
the big one.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Yeah, that's it. So, so that was that. And so after all the camping stuff, a group of us decided we'd do a cross-country trip in a Volkswagen bus. So for 6 weeks, I was away from my piano.
Wow.
And that's when I decided I really missed it.
Oh.
So I decided I'd start learning and practicing so I could audition. And I did.
Yeah.
And that's when I got my bachelor's.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, that's kind of a really nice story, actually, because you discovered for yourself how much you really loved this thing, music. And I think maybe, you know, if your path had been different, you might have not realized how much you loved it if you felt like you had to do it because everyone else was expecting you to.
Right.
And sometimes we need that opportunity to discover for ourselves where our passions really are. And sometimes they're exactly where everyone else thought that they were.
Right.
But we have to come to
It just took me longer.
on our own.
Yeah.
We have to come to it on our own.
Right.
Wow. So where did you get your bachelor's?
At UMass.
Okay.
Yep. And I was teaching in Massachusetts
Okay.
when Proposition 2.5 came through, which cut all the non-essential people like firemen and policemen and music and art teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the end of that. So I I went around the state and applied for jobs and and the only place I really wanted to go was Vermont. And so the Rutland City job was advertised in the Boston Globe 10 days before school started.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Story of my life.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Right place, right time.
Right. So I came up and interviewed, and they called me before I got home and
Wow.
left me a message that saying, well, we'd like to hire you. So
Yeah.
there it was.
So what was it about Vermont that attracted you?
Oh, the mountains and the greenery and as I said, I grew up in this small town, and when I moved to Rutland, I said I've come home because it was the same size as the town I grew up in.
I see. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's what I hear a lot of people when I ask them about, what they love about this area, that hometowny feel and that feeling of like fitting here, like this just feels like it's your home, and interesting for you that it felt like you were coming back home, even though,
Right.
This is obviously not where you grew up, but it felt so familiar and natural for you.
And small enough after being in Boston,
Oh gosh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Very, very different worlds.
Right.
Very, very different worlds.
Right.
So, okay, so you take the job at Rutland.
Right, I did. And then people started calling. I hear you play cello. Would you like to join our Central Vermont
Yes. Yeah.
Symphony Orchestra? Sure. Oh, by the way, Payson does a quartet at his house on Tuesday nights. We need a cellist.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then the community theater started calling. We hear, would you like to be music director? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's a great way to meet people.
It is. Yes, it is. So no was not part of your vocabulary at that time.
I was just so excited about being able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I could do it.
Yeah.
And it was easy for me
Yeah.
because I could read. So I'm sorry I keep
Again,
saying that.
Fundamental, right? Reading is the fundamentally important
Right.
thing.
Right.
All kinds of reading, but obviously in this case we're talking about music. But yeah, if you know what those notes say, that makes you indispensable, really.
Right.
Yeah.
And I must say I did really have a good piano teacher during high school. I never practiced. I would. I didn't have to.
Yeah.
What she gave me, I could read.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I read through it Saturday morning, went and had my lesson after that. But she gave me, I have notebooks with all the scales written out and the
Yes.
arpeggios, and this is what
Yes.
you have to learn. And she gave me a certificate. I graduated from the Pennsylvania College of Music. I had to give a senior recital,
Yes,
and
yes.
That was in high school, and so I passed all that stuff before I realized I really did like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just was natural, obviously. Very, very natural for you. And interesting to hear that your grandmother was an organist and that, there was just sort of music in your family.
She had a pump organ in her house.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't reach the pedals to make it work. I had to have somebody else pump it for me.
That's a workout.
It is.
That's a workout, playing those things.
Yeah.
So how long were you at Rutland?
I lose track of time. It's around 10 or 11 years.
Okay.
And then somebody met me on the street and said there was a job in Proctor, and it's a job doing everything. At that point, I was doing 5 schools, traveling around, and teaching on the stage when there weren't PE classes.
Yeah.
And lunchtime.
Yeah.
In the cafeteria.
Right, sort of fitting it in when and where you could.
And then that was also the year that they decided that kids needed PE twice a week.
Oh boy.
So I said, oh, I'm losing my stage too.
Yeah.
And so they said it was everything, band, chorus,
Okay.
all the classes, K to 6,
Yep.
small school,
Yep.
supportive community. And that's the best thing. I was there for 15 years. And the community was what made it.
Yeah.
And, parents were in my room all the time. And I still see them. I saw them at Tuesday night at Phil's concert.
Yes, yes.
And I'm saying, hi. You still. And the other day I ran into somebody, a boy, a guy. I offered him as my card as I was leaving, and he said, "Oh, did you used to be Miss James who taught at Proctor Elementary School?" And he loved music class, and for a boy to say that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you obviously had a huge impact on
Yeah.
those students,
Yeah,
and
it was.
like many teachers, I'm sure you don't get to see that or hear that expressed all the time, and when
Right.
you do,
Yeah.
it's sort of precious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did a sing-along. I created a sing-along, and the kids, they'd write it out on the chart, and they would come up, and that was a whole language, they would
Yeah.
follow the words
Yeah.
on the chart and sing, and parents would come to that every week.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I think all kids need music. I really, really do. Whether they have a natural affinity for it or not, I think that it just is something that we as human beings need. I think it helps us connect with each other, and it's nice to hear, think about little kids interacting with
Right.
each other and with music and sharing that with their parents, and sort of creating this community around that learning experience. Yeah. So I don't want to miss out on talking about this one particular thing, and time goes very quickly on this show. How did you get into bells?
I knew you were going to ask that question.
I know you knew I was going to ask that question. I mean, I know that, piano, okay, organ, okay, now cello, okay. How did the bells come about?
Well, I was only here a year before somebody caught me and said, we need an organist at the Methodist Church.
Okay.
And so I took that job, and a year later, I got a phone call that said, Karen, would you like to come and ring in our handbell choir at the
Okay.
Methodist, somebody from the Methodist Church? And I said, what's a handbell? Right.
Yeah.
No clue
Yeah.
what a
Yeah.
handbell was.
Yeah.
Well, somebody had been to a concert of the Wesley Bell Ringers that were just here, and they had heard the bells.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
a member of our choir and her husband had been members forever, and he had passed, so she wanted a legacy to
Okay.
carry on, and it was
Yes.
suggested that she buy a set of bells. So she bought the 3-octave set of bells
Yes.
for our church. That's how I got started. And Leisha was at Wallingford. They had bells in her school, and they thought she knew something about them. She wasn't sure she knew any more than I did, but she's directed for the first year, and then she went off to Germany to teach. So I was the director the next year.
You were it.
That was it.
You were it. Right place, right time.
Yep, again.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
And then I started going to festivals, handbell festivals, and meeting other people and taking classes and learning all about it. And it's just gone on.
Yeah. So this is maybe a difficult question to answer, but of all the things that you play, what's your favorite instrument?
That depends on which year you're asking. So I love playing the piano. And I love now just sitting down and playing. And, but maybe 10, 15 years ago, I discovered that I could play a solo on the handbells, because I saw somebody play a solo on the bells, and I went up to her and said, how did you do that? She said, I don't know, my director told me how to do it. I went, okay.
I just did it, I don't know, yeah.
So I started doing it, and I discovered that I had a solo instrument. Somebody else could accompany me.
Right.
So that was really exciting for me.
Yeah, right, kind of a reversal of your roles.
I wasn't accompanying anymore. I was the soloist.
Yes.
So that was really fun to see. Yeah.
So how often did you get to do that?
Well, there was a time when I would just learn one song a year,
Okay.
and then I ended up buying my own set of bells.
Uh-huh.
Somebody found a set of bells that a church was selling in Maine someplace, and she
okay.
brought them down to me with
Wow.
tables and foam and bells and everything.
Wow.
And so then I had my own set to practice on all the time.
Yeah.
And
That makes a difference.
it does.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, because it's hard to memorize, and memorize not just the notes, but where the
Right.
bell goes on the table.
Right.
You have to put it right back in the place where it. Or
Yeah.
sometimes you might want to move it, and then you have to remember where you moved
Where
it
you
to.
move it to, yeah.
And so, and then I found a really good accompanist, and then we did several programs, full programs,
Programs,
for
yeah.
several years together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really fun.
Yeah.
I tend not to do really fast pieces, because it bothers a lot of audience people, and me too, that they're frantic, reaching for trying to find the
Right, visually looking at the ringer,
Right.
it looks very chaotic and makes you feel almost distressed. Yeah.
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 So I like to do the slow, beautiful.
Yeah. Right. So you can look calm.
Right.
And the
And make
audience
it look beautiful.
can feel relaxed and
Right.
just enjoy.
It's such a visual instrument.
Yes.
It has
yeah.
to be. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I mean, I had the pleasure at your invitation of singing with your bell choir last winter, and I just have to say I had no idea how much setup is involved with these things. Like you're saying, the set you got, someone brought you all the foam and all the stuff. There's a lot of layout, setup, and it just was amazing to watch all of that unfold when all of your ringers arrived and everyone knew what they were doing and where to put things, and I was just in awe of that, you know,
Right.
because there are lots of portable instruments, you know, but usually those portable instruments go in a case, and it's one thing, or like a, you know, woodwind, maybe you have a couple parts you
Right.
put together and that's it. This is case upon case upon case, and tables and foam and covers and all the things. I mean, it's really, it's a
And then
whole production.
then all the toys, the mallets and the wooden sticks.
all
and
the different mallets, and you know, and as you said, remembering where things are. You know, there were a couple times in that concert where people were sharing bells,
Yeah.
right? Different ringers were ringing different octaves or different, you know, tones for different pieces. So then bells were moving, and all of that. It's like it's a choreography in addition to playing just the instruments. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you get the really fantastic, super duper choirs that travel and do that every single day on the road,
Yeah.
you know. I rang with the New England Ringers for 10 years, and
Wow.
and we'd had a trailer and unload the trailer, and you set up everything, and you know, and then you rehearse and say how your table's gonna fit in this area, and how you,
Right.
and then you pack them up and you go on to someplace else.
Right. And I'm sure everyone had their tasks. You know, you kind of have to.
You do, yeah.
You know, otherwise it could be very chaotic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Wow. So in addition to music, what other things do you do in your spare time?
In my
I mean, we
spare-
talked about your garden a
Yes,
little earlier.
yes.
So
Yes,
I know you're a gardener.
I am a gardener. I love gardening. My father was a gardener, and I would go out and try to help him. I remember in the freezing cold holding things for him to put up or something, you know. But when I moved to Rutland, my mom brought me some of his garlic, and I'm still growing his garlic.
Oh, wow.
Even though I've moved it from Rutland to Pittsburgh.
Oh,
And
that's
she,
really special.
And she also brought some of his rhubarb too. So we have rhubarb from.
That's special.
Yeah, it
That's
is very
special.
But I learned a lot from him. Yeah, so I really like gardening.
What's your favorite plant?
You mean to eat?
No, to grow.
flower.
To
Well,
grow.
to grow. When we moved into this house 35 years ago, there was a hydrangea bush
Okay.
and some lilac trees.
Love lilacs.
And 35 years later, we barely have lawn to mow because there's so many flower gardens every place. It's hard to get the lawnmower around them.
Yeah. That's what our yard is becoming.
Yeah.
Which is great. Love that.
Yeah, the bee balm is just coming out, and the hummingbirds love the bee balm.
They do.
And somebody gave me some purple bee balm a few years ago.
Yes.
It's just blooming, and it's so gorgeous.
I know. I love the different shades. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things that's fun for me is seeing all the different colors that nature produces. It's really beautiful. So you didn't answer me. What's your favorite plant?
Oh, that's a good one. That's so hard.
I heard you scoot around that. Yes.
Probably tomatoes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
I have big reds this big,
Oh my goodness.
but they're green.
Oh yes, right.
They're
not
starting
ready
to
yet.
turn yellow,
Yes.
but they're not green
Yes.
yet.
Have you ever had a green zebra?
No.
Okay. That's an heirloom variety. It is probably my favorite.
Oh.
And it is striped. So when it's
Yes.
ripe, it is sort of a lime green with darker green stripes. Delicious. I find it has lower acidity. It's just awesome. So we have lots of those growing.
Do you? Are you going to save me some seeds?
I will.
Or bring me a tomato and I'll
I
save
will
the
do
seeds?
both. Yes.
That will be great.
Yes.
So do you know the praticos?
I know them. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I grow those too.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I save the seeds from year to
Ah,
year.
yes. So I like to mix it up, but green zebras have to be in the garden. And sun golds.
Oh yes, sun golds, absolutely.
Delicious.
They're so tall now.
yeah.
They're out of the cage.
I know everybody's been very happy with the humidity that we've had. You know, maybe not the humans, but all the plants are thriving in this.
Yes.
So.
And my sunflowers this year, I finally discovered the secret to growing sunflowers.
Okay.
Because I have so many squirrels and birds
yeah.
that I can plant them anywhere and everywhere, but I never get any sunflowers.
Yeah.
So I discovered that I made a square, a 6x4 patch,
Okay.
and dug it over and planted all the seeds in. I put double layer of rime, which is that it's kind of like gauze
Okay.
over it, and boarded it up on all
Okay.
4 edges so nobody
Yes.
could get under it.
Yes.
And then when they sprout, there's no more seeds for anybody to dig up, take the rime off. The sunflowers are taller than I am now.
Oh, see, pro tip for everybody out there
Right.
trying to grow their sunflowers.
Yes.
That's awesome. Oh, this has been so much fun, and I can't believe we're already out of time, Karen.
Okay.
But, you know,
Yes.
it goes really fast.
It does, yeah.
But thank you for coming on and for sharing a little bit about your love of music and the gift that you have given to this community for such a long time. I know there's other avenues that you've been involved with musically that we didn't get to talk about, but I just appreciate that you're still out there making beautiful music.
Right.
So
Well,
cheers to that.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you. And thanks to all of you for watching. I'll see you next time on Tea and Talk.